Okay. The day started with a buzz, and it's ending with a buzz, which is fantastic. Thank you all for coming along to the last bit of the day, and this is the kind of, lovely bit. And we're really pleased with this. This is the second year we've done the Midlands Awards, and it's a really lovely feeling to be able to be, for me to be here, and I guess for you to be there, and some of you will be coming here. So these awards, and I need to really emphasise this because I think it's quite important, these awards are really a celebration of achievement, effort, change, innovation, management, insight, and all the other traits you need as a midwife and to provide good maternity service for women and babies. And these awards have been designed to really recognise individuals, teams, managers, educators, students, and anyone who values excellence and makes improvements, and also kind of goes that extra little bit. And actually, I think if I looked at every single one of you, you are people who are giving that extra little bit. So pat yourselves on the back now. That's it. Yeah, that's good. Fabulous. And it is important, I think, to recognise, and it's lovely to have a little award to recognise that excellence and have some examples, which I'll be talking about, of day-to-day achievement and progress to support improvement within the service. And this is a whole part of a series. So every festival we will have awards. And it recognises the contribution of midwives and other maternity professionals around the UK. Now we've got our sort of people who've been submitted for awards around the front, which is great. And what I'll do is each award will be announced in turn. We start with a highly commended and an award-winning winner. And I have to say, as I know, the team of judges always have a struggle because you get all these fantastic submissions in and you want to give prizes and bouquets to all of them because they all show a little picture of midwifery at its best and at its proudest. But we have to choose one or two. So we'll announce each award in turn, and then you come along to get your certificate if you're commended, and your award, your nice shiny award if you have an award. And each winner will get a certificate anyway. So you can put that on the wall as well. And the awards have come this time in a little bit of polystyrene, but very good for travelling, so they'll be quite safe. But Deb has had problems removing the bits of polystyrene, so it's... And I'm hoping with all this stuff about echo that we wouldn't have polystyrene, but never mind, we won't get grumpy about it. And then we need photos. Jack will be taking photos of you with your best side. So if you have on a particular side taken photo, be in that position. And then right at the end, when it's all finished, if all the award winners, and that's the winners and the highly commended, can all come and have a group photo, that would be fantastic, because we can put that out and really celebrate the winnings today, okay? So I must remember that at the end. Don't run away, you have to have the big photo. Okay, so if anyone needs to put their lippy on now, do it now, okay? Now these, and just if I can say that for next time, or for any time, we have the categories of winners and submissions online, and if you think someone deserves an award, put in a submission. And I hope that today, seeing the effect it can have, you'll think, oh, I know someone who should have got that, and we should get that next time, because before you know it, 2020 will be here. And we'll be all here, maybe. Hopefully I'll see many of you again next year. So the first award in our categories, I feel a bit like the Oscars person. Only I haven't got any fancy jokes or anything, so I'm afraid. This is the MMF Innovation Award, and this recognises an innovation, service, or clinical research in a midwifery or maternity setting. So this can be things like service and staff restructuring for better birth outcomes, application of research, use of technology, or adapting to new science and testing regime. It can be all sorts of things. And the first one is the highly commended will go to the University Hospitals of Leicester home birth team. So if you'd like to make your way. Very popular. Yes, you have to have this. You have to turn it round. That's it.
Okay.
That's that way. Left a bit, right a bit. Say cheese. Or whiskey, actually, is better.
Thank you.
Okay, now I have to read why they got it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Look, notice, please notice, gold bow, beautifully. And the reason for this nomination, and maybe I should have done this beforehand, this is prior to 2017, home birth was supported by the Community Midwifery team. That was 150 midwives, covering a 24-hour service for Leicester, Leicestershire and Rutland. That's 1,000 square miles. It's quite big. And the maternity management team decided to develop a core of expert home birth midwives, which is the home birth team. I suspect there might be a few there. Whoa! And they launched in 2017 with 12 midwives, and the statistics are the home birth rate has increased by 41.3%. Whoa. And the home birth bookings are increasing, and it's very important to make sure that women pass on the message through word of mouth at the hairdressers, in the shops, how fantastic an experience it was. The water birth rate's gone from 28% to 41%. Is that fab? Fabulous. So now they're getting, you've been running for 18 months. Team members have strengthened the role of the midwives in low-risk care and or universal care, we should say, listening to what Renfrew was talking about this morning, for everyone. It's strengthened the role of midwives, and the statistics show significant change in a short period. And so well done, home birth team. Well done. Fab. How fab is that? Okay, now the Innovation Award winner of 2019 is Melanie Wildman, Postnatal Ward Manager, Royal Oldham. Well done. You have to do a little pirouette. That's it.
I'm shaking.
We got music as well. Well
Thank you.
done. Well done. Stay there. Yes, you can wait. You have to stand there while I talk about you. So Melanie has improved staff morale significantly with a cost-neutral initiative called 10 at 10. And I love this. I think it's such a good idea. As with most maternity units around the UK, the postnatal ward was a place that most staff dreaded working. The ethos of 10 at 10 was to provide 10 protected minutes at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m, where all staff on the ward joined together as a team. Sounds so simple, doesn't it? The team now utilise this as a platform for learning. They discuss incidents, scenarios and improvements. Other areas within the maternity unit and wider hospital are on board, and they're holding their own 10 by 10. Don't we always lead the way? Don't we? Absolutely. Fabulous. And even as far as Australia have copied this. I seem to remember there was mention of tea and toast at 10 and 10. And I thought that was fabulous because croissants. You can apply now to work at this place. And this is really, I think, why the judges chose this. It was a very powerful reminder that innovations don't have to be high-tech, don't have to be fancy, but they can have a huge effect on the service and on the midwives and especially on the women and babies. And we need to look after our midwives and our student midwives so that we can look after the women and babies in our care. So well done. So congratulations to Melanie Wildman, Postnatal Ward Manager. Okay, now we go on to now the MMF Management Award, and this is the kind of criteria is, this is for a management lead, and this can be a manager or a leader, you can see, someone who's inspired transformation, dealt with difficult service change or transformation, well that's probably all of them, led the introduction of new processes or patterns of work for better outcomes, or played a regional, professional, national role above and beyond their day job. And the highly commended goes to Annabelle Barker, Band 7 Midwives. This is a winning team. Well done again.
Thank
Well
you.
done. And this team were commended for their innovation, and Annabelle is commended for her management role and leadership role, I'd suggest. Annabelle has risen to the challenge of implementing a new way of working and managing home birth within a busy maternity service, which sees around 11,000 babies born each year across the site. And she's flourished in this management role and has the respect and confidence of the whole team, and described as both authoritative yet approachable. Annabelle works clinically to cover a staff shortfall and is an inspiration to her team, I can hear. Well done. Goodness. Okay, now the MMF Management Award winner is Carmel McCalmont. McCalmont? Okay. Who's the Director of Midwifery, Birmingham and Solihull local maternity system. She's been head of midwifery since 2004 and has held the post of Director of Nursing and Midwifery. Now I'm speaking. Is she with us? Is anyone able to take the award for Carmel? Except that Leicester lot. Is anyone from Birmingham? Then it looks like you'll be taking the award for Carmel.
I don't have to have a photo and pretend to be it, do I?
Yeah.
Yes, you do. You have to pretend to be Carmel.
Just steal it from my own phone. No, I'll
Yes,
give it to
yeah.
her.
Turn it round and, look the part. Thank you. Well done. Okay. Okay, well, Carmel has and is influencing national maternity agenda through contributing at local, regional and national levels. And she's had a variety of roles, including the Chair of West Midlands Heads of Midwifery Advisory Group, Midwifery Advisor at the RCM, Head of Midwifery Advisor to the Royal College's Advisory Forum, Vice Chair of West Midlands Heads of Midwifery Advisory Forum. Sheila Kitzinger's study group, she's a member of the editorial board for the A-Equip programme, a member of Maternity Pioneers Implementation Group, and present Vice Chair of the National Directors Heads of Midwifery Advisory Forum. She's received an honorary doctorate in 2017 from Coventry University, and she is retiring this year after a long and full career. And the nominees, nominating parties, felt that she was a wonderful role model. So congratulations to Carmel. Okay, we're moving along now to the MMF Achievement Awards. And for this award, it's a person nominated for their achievement in maternity or midwifery services in any area, and that includes clinical, practice, leadership or educational role. And it's someone who's made a difference, who's inspired others, usually a lifetime of service and impact, and taken on extraordinary challenges. The highly commended award goes to Barbara Macdonald, Clinical Placement Facilitator. So to do a little pirouette.
Correct.
That's it. Say cheese or whiskey. Well done. Oh, does she have a little... Don't forget the gold bow. Got to have the gold bow. Wonderful. And Barbara was described as having a huge positive impact on every student she encounters, an inspiration to us all, to everyone. Within her role as clinical placement facilitator, Barbara works alongside the placement team with the trust and interacts with students both face-to-face and over email. She has a good relationship with staff and the trust within the trust and has excellent communication skills, providing seamless links between university and placement, and is an encouraging and supportive constant. I have to say the link between education and service can be very tricky, so well done, Barbara. And she's ensuring that UHL are training and motivating the midwives of the future who will ultimately provide better care and improve maternity services for all. When midwifery education is sometimes presented as having moved to university, it's a timely reminder that student midwives are in clinical placements and we are key to their success. So well done, Barbara Macdonald again. Leicester are doing frightfully well here. Frightfully well. Okay, so the MMF Festival Achievement Award goes to Jayne Marshall, Foundation Professor in Midwifery at the University of Leicester, who is here. Can you get the music now? And the lovely award. There. Well done. Say whiskey. Whiskey? Thank you. Well done.
Can I go now?
You can, if you wish to do so. Now, Jayne's sort of description is huge here, but I should aim to do it credit. She's a midwife of many talents, well-respected local, national, international levels, often approached for her expertise to be part of midwifery education stakeholder consultations, such as the NHS England's National Maternity Review, Better Births, and the Council of Deans of Health Future Midwife Advisory Group. The impact of her work is evidenced by her commendable academic profile and publications. She's the Foundation Professor at the University of Leicester and the university's Nursing and Midwifery Council's lead midwife for education, key role in ensuring quality in education. She's a Principal Fellow of the Higher Education Academy and has an Aurora role model and mentor for the Leadership Foundation for Higher Education. She's presently pioneering a 4-year undergrad pre-registration Master in Science Midwifery with Leadership program for aspiring leaders of the profession. So it's very new, very sparkly. Originally from Derbyshire, she trained as a nurse at Guy's Hospital London, undertook midwifery at King's College, and her PhD research explored intrapartum informed consent, and subsequently her research interests have focused on I should be good on this, pedagogical research in midwifery. It's a long day. With a substantial international publishing profile, Jayne is co-editor of the Miles textbook for midwives, sold in over 75 countries, being adapted for use in sub-Saharan Africa and translated into Korean. And her next text, Miles Professional Studies for Midwifery, Education and Practice, Concepts and Challenges, will be published in June 2019. She is never still, this woman. Her lifetime of service to midwifery education, her vision and dedication in leading and inspiring others is exemplary, being worthy of this award. So well done, Jayne. And now we have the MMF Student and Newly Qualified Midwife Award. We have to recognise that sometimes students are put in for this while they're training, and sometimes they've just finished. This recognised in an individual student midwife or newly qualified midwife for their contribution or achievement in midwifery or maternity practice while in training. And they're kind of looking at demonstrating outstanding achievement in training, undertaking their training in exceptional circumstances, making a contribution to the profession or student experience in training, or made a contribution to maternity and midwifery training while in training, and acting as a role model advocate. And this is always a tricky one because the submissions are always fantastic. But I'm delighted, our highly commended is Naomi Plant, newly qualified midwife, Lincoln. Well done. Well done. And you get the gold star. So just make sure you say whiskey. You're very photogenic, so you're fine. And the gold star. A newly qualified midwife who goes above and beyond for the women in her care, her colleagues, superiors, and those she leads. This is Naomi. As a student, Naomi was heavily involved in the DMU Midwifery Society, acting as secretary, and regularly participated and led the organisation of events for student midwives and qualified midwives. One that was particularly influential was the aromatherapy course offered via the DMU Midwifery Society. In response, the local trust has now offered a number of qualified midwives the opportunity to undertake aromatherapy training, so well done. She's led the way in investigating the possibility of counselling support for students and has brought this as a potential idea for change at the university. She also has a role within the breastfeeding project, which began in 2018 as a dream, but she's quickly applied her organisation skills and was instrumental in the first event run by the project, a breastfeeding art exhibit. I believe it's outside. There's a particular one I like, the little shapes of breasts. And she seeks ways to normalise breastfeeding, providing truly holistic care. So congratulations to Naomi. Fabulous. Gosh. Well, as they always say, the future of midwifery is safe in these hands. Isn't it fantastic? So the winner of the Student and Newly Qualified Midwife Award is Rebecca Telling. Can you manage both? Well done. They say cheese. Well done. Well done. Okay. Her current project involvement surrounding increasing the number of women who attend for cervical smears as part of the Don't Fear the Smear campaign. I believe also there's a poster up kind of as well. Yeah, I noticed that. Well done. She's been central to the steering groups working along Public Health England and Cancer UK reps who have recognised her skills and abilities to engage others. She's not only developed artwork, but taken the lead in co-training students in the appropriate social media techniques and how best to spread the word. She's been a supportive peer to other students, and her work with the Midwifery Society and her co-creation work has supported and inspired others. So congratulations, Rebecca Telling. Well done. Okay, so we're now to the Team Award. This is the last award, but there's two. There's a highly commended for the Team Award, and for this award you need to be within the maternity care setting and have demonstrated excellent interprofessional working, transformed services, demonstrated innovation in use of staff, working with women, or applying new processes or technologies in the maternity unit, community or home. And the highly commended goes to Lancashire Teaching Hospital's maternity service, to Cathy Atherton, Head of Midwifery. Well done, well done. You have to be dragged up. Say whiskey. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
And this is the sort of commended bit, was Lancashire Teaching Hospitals excels in so many ways. The HOM is Cathy Atherton, and she shows exemplary leadership which enables the whole multidisciplinary team to innovate and deliver high-quality care. The range of innovation is a powerful example of the cumulative effect of continuous improvement. So there's lots of innovations, not just one. Mothers who've had a home birth support other women with a home birth video, working on a project to improve pathway for women having an elective section, highlighting postnatal psychosis at the RCM conference and local healthcare workers. The Theatre Cap Challenge. This is the writing on the cap with your name, which has kind of gone all over the world. I know I've noticed it very much through Twitter also. Trusts involved in better birth by co-design. The service collaborated with 2 neighbouring trusts to create multidisciplinary training, better births, working with the Deaf Society after caring for a woman who is deaf. This has resulted in the organisation developing information pods now available. Maternity support workers have a bespoke training package and work on the postnatal ward and community. And you have a dad's network, fathers involved in the service development every level, and even attend a trust board meeting last year. They had a birth rate plus assessment in 2016 and have been supported by the trust board. I love the sound of this. To increase the midwifery establishment by 19 whole-time equivalents. That is fantastic. Well done. Wow. And just to make Kathy blush even more, she was nominated for the NHS Top 70 Leaders in the NHS 70 Years Celebration. So well done. Very good. But what we have to say is, because the judges were chewing over this, it was a really hard-fought category, and the judging panel found this nomination particularly strong. And we'd like to have had 2 winners, but you kind of can't. So we'd like to put this forward also for the Manchester Awards. So you get another bite. Okay, so well done. Huge well done. So the team award winner, I don't know how I can say this really, is the maternity team, University Hospitals of Leicester. Whoa. Popular.
Some royal.
Okay.
Come on! Go for it! Come on, girl!
I think the whole lot would be up.
No, we should. Where are we looking?
Okay, you have to look towards Jack and to the camera back. The cheese, whiskey.
Are we done? No. Are we done?
Are we done? There must be loads of photos now.
Taking a video. Can we go?
Yeah? Well done. Well done. Okay.
Let me just say, that's for Denise Ball. We've recently lost her. Home birth team.
So are you going to kind of, okay, you want to dedicate it? Okay, I've just been told that this award is going to be dedicated to Denise Ball. Sorry. And I think that indicates the sort of team we're talking about. So Denise was one of the home birth midwives, I understand. This team, and the reason why they won, was they're constantly looking for new ways to make working life easier and more supportive. They've produced a maternity safety video that was rolled out nationally, and the code is thevoiceinside.co.uk. Have I got that right? Hope so. They've recently had feedback from a hospital in Australia who are using this in their teaching as well as other units such as Derby, Nottingham and Kettering, and it's been nominated or is nominated for HSG award for this achievement in 2018. They've rolled out an enhanced recovery pathway supporting women to have 24-hour discharge following elective section and has reported an increase in patient satisfaction. To look after each other, they've recognised and promoted that in order to deliver compassionate care to women, we cannot pour from an empty cup. I love that. That's fantastic. That's a really good concept. They've implemented messages to colleagues at both maternity units, encouraging staff to say thank you to each other for the help and support during their shifts, and they've continued this for 3 years. Sounds like a small thing. These small things are fantastic. Well done. They train together in obstetric emergency study days, run CTG masterclasses, enhanced maternity care sim training, human factors training, all of which include the MDT. Everyone pulls together for the sake of women's safety and that of their colleagues. The maternity care at UHL deserve this award. Fantastic. At a time when safety is front and centre of public debate, this is a well-deserved award. So congratulations to the maternity team, University Hospitals of Leicester. Well done. Okay. Well done.